are you all? Hope all of you are safe at home. Today, we are going to learn about Class 10 Geography, Chapter number 1, Resources and Development. So let us start. So as we have seen earlier, what is resource planning? In India, there are some regions which can be considered self-sufficient in terms of the availability of resources, and there are some regions which have acute shortage of some vital resources. This calls for balanced resource planning at the national, state, regional and local levels. Resource planning is a complex process which involves identification and inventory of resources across the regions of the country. So, identifying an inventory of resources across the regions of the country, this process involves surveying, mapping, and qualitative and quantitative estimation and measurement of the resources. Here, in the first process of resource planning, first we have to identify. We have to identify these resources, then we have to survey, we have to map it, we have to see the quantity and the quality of these proper resources, and we have to measure all these resources. After that, evolving a planning structure endowed with appropriate technology, skills, and institutional setup for implementing resource development plans. Once they have identified the resources, they have to make a planning structure so that with the help of appropriate technology, skills, and we have to do a setup for implementing resource development plans. And after that, matching the resource development plan with the overall national development plan. Once we have done with the planning of development plans, we have set up all the things, we have to make sure that these plans are properly done with the national development. They have to match with the development plans which are done for the nation. So it has to be matched up with national development plans. So let us see something else about this. Resources can contribute to development only when they are accompanied by appropriate technological development and institutional changes. Means these resources can contribute to the development, but not only the resources not only singularly or just by themselves, they cannot give the proper benefit. With these resources, we have to use appropriate technological development and the institutional changes also. Then after only these resources will be utilized properly and it will be beneficial for everyone. India has made concerted efforts toward achieving the goal of resource planning right from the first 5-year plan launched after the independence. To overcome irrational consumption and overutilization of resources, resource conservation at various levels is important. Obviously, resources are scarce. There are, as you have seen earlier, there are renewable resources, non-renewable resources. Some resources cannot be used again. So all these resources have to be used properly. We cannot just use it. We cannot overutilize all these resources. For that, our country has started all this from the first 5-year plan launched after the independence, so that we have to overcome this irrational consumption and overutilization of resources. Let's move forward. So, conservation of resources. What is this conservation of resources? Resources are vital for any developmental activity. Obviously, resources are the most important fact for the development activity. But irrational consumption and overutilization of resources lead to socio-economic and environmental problems. So for that, to overcome these problems, resources conservation at various levels is important. This has been the main concern of leaders and thinkers in the past. For example, Gandhiji was very apt in voicing his concern about the resource conservation in this world. There is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. So here, what is Gandhiji is trying to say? We have to understand that if we are using these resources as much as we want or as per our needs, we are not thinking about anything, it's not a good thing. It will result into socio-economical and environmental problems, as we are seeing all this right now. So what Gandhiji has said that there is enough for everybody's need. So whatever we needed is there, but it's not, there will be nothing if everyone is becoming greedy. So he placed the greedy and selfish individuals and exploitative nature of modern technology as the root cause for resource depletion at the global level. He was against mass production and he wanted to replace it with the production by the masses. Let us move forward. So what are these resources? Let us see one by one. So here, first of all, we are going to learn about land resources. Land is a natural resource of utmost importance. This is the most important resource, land. It supports natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, transport and communication systems. Without land, we cannot do anything. You are getting my point. The thing is, land is one thing on which the whole world depends, as in natural vegetation, trees, forests, wildlife, animals, humans, our day-to-day economic activities, transport and communication systems, all this is dependent on this land resource. So here we can see there is one more, there is a diagram given over here. There is a pie chart. So here you can see India has land of relief features, namely mountains, plateaus, plains and islands shown as below. So here you can see in this pie chart that here in the blue color, out of the 100% land resources, 43% of the land resources is plain. Whereas here in the purple color, you can see 30% of the area is mountain. And here the remaining 27% is of plateaus. Let us move forward. Land utilization. What is land utilization? Land resources are used for the following purposes. So we are utilizing, we are using this land for what reason, for what purposes? So let us see. First, forest. Then next is land not available for cultivation, that is barren and wasteland. And B, land put to non-agricultural uses, that is for buildings, roads, factories, etc. Next zone area. What is next zone area? Area sown more than once in an agricultural year plus next zone area is known as gross crop area. Other uncultivated land excluding fallow land, that is permanent pastures and grazing land, land under miscellaneous tree, crops groves which does not included in its own area, culturable wasteland, fallow land, that is current fallow land and other than current. So let us see land use pattern in India. The use of land is determined on some factors. Let us see physical factors such as topography, climate and soil type, whereas human factors such as population density, technological capacity and culture and tradition, etc. Let us move forward. Here in this pie chart there is a comparison. You can see over here The data below represents the land use pattern in India. Here two pie charts are given. First one represents general land use categories for the year 1960-61, whereas the second one shows general land use categories for 2014 and 15 years. That is year 2014 and 15. As you can see, let us start with the 1960-61. Here in the blue color, 18.11% area is occupied by forest. Same 18.11% area, this one, is occupied by barren and unculturable wasteland. Here in the green color, 4.95% of area is area under non-agricultural uses, whereas here 4.71% area is for permanent pasture and grazing land. Next, you can see 1.50% area is for area under miscellaneous tree crops and growth, whereas this 6.23% area is for cultivable wasteland. After that, here with 3.50% area is used for fallow other than current fallow. Then 3.73% area is for current fallow and 46.26% area is for net sown area. Now we will compare this with the pie chart here for the year 2014 and 15. We'll move again. So here what we can see, the forest area which was 18.11%, now it is become 23.3%, whereas the barren and unculturable wasteland which was 18.11% now has reduced and came to 5.5%. Area under non-agricultural uses was 4.95%, which has increased and became 8.7%. Same goes with permanent pasture and grazing land. It was 4.71, but it has now decreased and went to 3.3%. Area under miscellaneous and tree crops and growth was 1.50%, which is now decreased and went to 1%. Cultivable wasteland was 6.23%, which is decreased and came to only 4%. Fallow, other than current fallow, was 3.50%, which has slightly increased and came 3.6%. The current fallow was 3.73%, whereas in year 2014-15, it has increased a little bit and went to 4.9%, whereas the net sown area was 46.26%, which has been decreased and came to 45.5%. Here you can see the comparison in between these years. Let us move forward. What is wasteland? Wasteland is the land put to other non-agricultural uses, which include rocky, arid and desert areas, roads, railways, industry, etc. So what is the wasteland? It is not for any agricultural use. It is used for other than agricultural uses, which include rocky area, desert areas, then roads, railways, industries. All this is done on the land, but this is called as the wasteland. Continuous use of land over a long period of time without taking appropriate measures to conserve and manage it has resulted into land degradation. So what is degradation? Let us see. Land degradation and conservation measures. Human activity activities such as deforestation, overgrazing, mining, and quarrying have contributed significantly to land degradation. So we are deforesting the land. What is the deforesting? As we all know, we are cutting down the trees, we are cutting down the forest, continuously we are doing this. Then we are overgrazing, the mining activities. All this is the cause for the land degradation. Mining sites leave deep scars and traces of overburdening the land. In the recent years, industrial influence and waste have become a major source of land and water pollution in many parts of the country. All this industrial influence and waste is a major source of land and water pollution, as we are seeing right now. So this land degradation, we have to take some measures so that we can solve this problem of land degradation. So here are some of the ways through which we can solve the problem of land degradation. So let us see what are they. Afforestation and proper management of grazing. So we have to not deforest, we have to afforest. Don't have to do deforestation, we have to afforestation and proper management of grazing. Then planting of shelter belts of plants, stabilization of sand dunes, that is sand dunes, by growing thorny bushes. Everyone know what are the sand dunes. Then proper management of wasteland, control of mining activities, and proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluent and wastes after treatment. If we follow all these measures, we can at least solve a little bit of the problem of the land degradation. So till now we have learned about land as a resource. Now we are going for the soil as resource. So let us see. Soil is the most important renewable natural resource. It is the medium of plant growth and supports different types of living organisms on the earth. Without soil, we can't do anything. On the land, we are getting soil. So in this soil, it is the medium for the growth of plants and it supports all different types of living organisms on the earth. So it takes millions and millions of years to form soil up to a few centimeters in depth. It's easy for us to just dig out the soil and use it. But for formation of that soil, that few centimeters in the depth, it takes millions of years. Various forces of nature such as change in temperature, actions of running water, wind and glaciers, activities of decomposers, etc. contribute to the formation of soil. All these factors play an important role in the formation of soil. It is a very lengthy process. It takes millions of years to just form a centimeter length or centimeter layer of a soil in depth. Let us move forward. Parent rock or bedrock, climate, vegetation and other forms of life and time are important factors in the formation of soil. As we are learning about formation of soil, you have to understand that parent rock or bedrock, climate, vegetation and other forms of life and time are the important factors in the formation of soil. Chemical and organic changes which take place in the soil play an important role. And also, soil also consists of organic, that is humus, and inorganic materials. Let us move forward. So now as we are learning about soil, there are different types of soil which we can see. So we are going to learn. So here is the classification of soil. On the basis of factors responsible for soil formation, color, thickness, texture, age, chemical and physical properties, the soils of India are classified in different types as mentioned below, which are alluvial soil, black soil, red and yellow soil, laterite soil, arid soil, and forest soil. So let us see all this one by one. Based on age, alluvial soils can be classified as old alluvial, that is Bangar, the alluvial soil. The entire northern plains are made of alluvial soil. The alluvial soil is deposited by three important Himalayan river systems, that is the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. These three Himalayan rivers is the main component. Because of these, soil is deposited, the alluvial soil. It is also found in Rajasthan, Gujarat, and eastern coastal plains, particularly in the deltas of Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, and the Kaveri river. The alluvial soil consists of various proportions of sand, silt, and clay. As we move inland toward the river valley, soil particles appear to be the bigger in size, whereas in upper side of the river valley, the soil are coarse. Based on age, alluvial soils can be classified as old alluvial, that is Bangar. The Bangar soil has higher concentration of conkair nodules than the Khadar, that is Khadar. And the other one is new alluvial, that is Khadar. It has more fine particles and is more fertile than the Bangar. Here in this picture, you can see alluvial soil. So, these alluvial soils are very fertile. These soils contain an adequate proportion of potash, phosphoric acid, and lime, which are ideal for the growth of sugarcane, paddy, wheat, and other cereal and pulses crops. So, this is a very fertile soil. Let us move. Second one, we are going to learn about black soil. This soil is black in color and is also known as radial soil. Climatic conditions along with the parent rock material are the important factors for the formation of black soil. So the formation of black soil is happened due to parent rock material along with the climatic conditions. The soil is ideal for growing cotton, and that is why it is also known as black cotton soil. So black soil is also known as radial soil and black cotton soil or cotton soil. This type of soil is typical of the Deccan Trap basalt region spread over northwest Deccan Plateau and is made up of lava flows. The soil, the black soil covers the plateau of Maharashtra, Saurashtra, Malwa, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and extends in the southeast direction along the Godavari and the Krishna Valley. Here in the picture you can see black soil. The black soil are made up extremely fine, that is clay material and well known for their capacity to hold moisture. Black soil is nutrient rich and contains calcium carbonate, magnesium, potash and lime. This soil is sticky when wet and difficult to work on unless filled immediately after the first shower or during the pre-monsoon period. So it is ideal for cotton, so that's why it is called as black cotton soil. Let us move forward. Third, we are going to learn about red and yellow soil. Here you can see in the picture. This type of soil develops on crystalline igneous rock in areas of low rainfall in the eastern and southern parts of the Deccan Plateau. This about laterite soil. The laterite soil develops under tropical and subtropical climate with the alternate wet and dry seasons. This type of soil is the result of intense leaching due to heavy rain. Because of the heavy rain, you can see the formation of this type of soil. These soils are acidic in nature and generally deficient in plant nutrients. This type of soil, laterite soil, is mostly found in southern states, Western Ghat regions of Maharashtra, Odisha, and some part of West Bengal and Northeast region. This soil supports deciduous and evergreen forests but humus poor. This soil is very useful for growing the tea and coffee plants. Let us move forward. Arid soil lacks humus and moisture. The lower horizons of the soil are occupied by the conker prism calcium content downward. The conker layer formation in the bottom horizon restricts the inflammation of water. Let us move forward. Next, we are going to learn about forest soil. These soils, the forest soils, are found in the hilly and mountain area. The soil texture is loamy and silty in the valley side and coarse grain in the upper slope. In the snow-covered areas of Himalaya, these soil experience denudation and are acidic with low humus content. The soil is fertile on the river of terraces and alluvial pines. So here you can see the forest soil. Now let us move forward. Here you can see in this map below shows different types of soil found in India. Here you can see the green one, forest and mountain. Then you can see alluvial soil. Here in the pink color you can see in this area red and yellow soil is found. Here black soil is found. These ones are laterite soil and the remaining was arid soil. So you can see here. So soil, we are using soil as a resource, just like we were using land as a resource, just like land degradation. What we are doing, the soil erosion is happening, and for that we have to again do the soil conservation. So what is soil erosion? Let us speak first about that. The denudation of the soil cover and subsequent washing down is described as soil erosion. The soil erosion is caused due to human activities like deforestation, overgrazing, construction and mining, etc. Also, there are some natural forces like wind, glacier and water which lead to soil erosion. Soil erosion is also caused due to defective methods of farming. What we are doing, we are deforesting all these things, the land, we are overgrazing, construction and mining, all these activities causes soil erosion. Again, there are natural factors also like wind, glacier, water which results into soil erosion. The running water cuts through the clay soil and makes deep channel as village. The land becomes unfit for cultivation and is known as bad land. When water flows as a sheet over large areas down a slope and the topsoil is washed away, it is known as sheet erosion. Then wind blows loose soil of flat or sloping land known as wind erosion. So after all this soil erosion, what we have to do? We have to conserve the soil. So here are some ways, different ways through which we can do soil conservation. So let us see about that. Different ways for soil conservation. Ploughing along the contour lines decelerates the flow of water down the slope. This is called contour ploughing. That is, we have to plough but in a proper way. So that contour lines we have to make sure, and after that the water down the slope. Terrace cultivation lines of trees and to create shelter helps in the stabilization of sand dunes and establishing the desert in the western India. Rows of such trees are called as shelter belts. Thank you, students. That's it for today.